Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plami or Paige, whichever you prefer to call me, and in this video I'm gonna be reacting to CRAVITY's debut mini album Hideout Remember Who We Are Season 1. But since there's actually quite a lot of songs in that mini album, there's a total of 7 songs. I have reacted to the title track, so I'm not gonna be reacting to it again. There's gonna be 6 songs that I'm gonna be reacting to, but it's gonna be separated into 2 videos, each with 3. So yeah, it's gonna be posted right after this, so you don't have to worry about the second part. I'm not gonna be doing it in 2 days, but because it's too many songs for me to even put in the title, I've decided to split it into 2. And the songs that I'm going to be reacting to in this video are going to be Top of the Chain, Jumper, and Blackout. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it, starting off with Top of the Chain in 3, 2, 1. Right now, what I'm most curious about for their songs is how much they're going to sound similar to the title track, and whether they would have similarity to other groups that I like that do this style of music. I gotta say, some of the members remind me quite a lot of Stray Kids visually. Like Alan looks like Chan a little, Wonjin looks like Felix, and Songmin I think looks like a member of NCT Dream. I don't know his name. And don't worry, I'm gonna react to this song a second time because I'm not focusing on it too much. I like the general vibe of the song, like it's hard-hitting and rough, and I really like that.
This is the end and this is a moment. 더 이상 꿈을 미루는 건 no way. 더 가디덕한 시간을 견뎌 하나가 되어 이 세상에 외쳐. Can you feel me now? Yeah. 지금부터 시작해. Break it down. I got the power. I got the power. 세상이란 나의 무대를 흔들어. I got the power. I'm on the top.
Okay, I do believe that this is kind of reminiscent of Stray Kids. They definitely sound completely different from Stray Kids, but I feel like at least with this song, they're going for a similar vibe or a message. Not the same, similar. But I think the main complaint I have for this song, and it might be just because I'm tired, but it feels a bit dialed down. Is that a word? Like, it has some elements that make it sound like a really epic anthem kind of song, but I don't know, it just feels like it's holding back a little. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a second listen in a second. Okay, so let's get into it one more time in 3, 2, 1. I like the instrumental, or at least the idea of it. I don't think the execution is perfect in the terms of the song. Like, this is a good instrumental, but for what the song does, it doesn't fit really exactly. Like I said, there are some parts which feel like they're holding back, mainly when it's the instrumental by itself in between verses.
세상 몸을 우리의 창대한 시작의 몸을 뻔한 뒤 뻔한 모습이 아냐 이 노래는 영명의 신호 wake up Can you feel me now yeah 지금부터 시작해
Okay, I'll take a listen. That problem that I talked about is definitely a bit. It's a bit less. It doesn't stand out as much. The song feels more cohesive now. Yeah, I gotta say this is actually very close to the title track, which is, in my opinion, is actually commendable, because a lot of the time groups tend to do completely different songs for the B-sides. So it's cool when a group actually sticks with the concept they have for a mini album, which is I think what they should do, but I also get why they tend to do completely different songs. Also, I'm not sure, but does this group self-produce? Because I'm not sure whether it was about this group or about two, because they're kind of very close in my mind. And I read both groups' members' profiles, and one of them had one of the members as a producer position. So I'm curious whether it was this one or the other one. Gotta say also, this group has some very interesting visuals. I mean, members' visuals. Like Taeyong and Hyungjun look very unique in my opinion. Also maybe Minhee too. The rest I feel like I can literally pinpoint members from other K-pop groups that look almost exactly like them. Like I think Serim looks a lot like one of the members of Ace. Allen looks a bit like also Win-Win from NCT. No, actually, no, I'm not sure. I don't know. Jungbo actually looks a bit like no, Wonho, was it? I think it was Wonho. Okay, this actually ended up being a pretty decent song. I think this is technically an intro, but it's weird because it's like 3 minutes long when intros are usually about a minute or two at most. So I guess they decided to make it a full song, and I actually like that because I don't think intros should be this short, because a lot of the time there are some really good intros in albums or EPs that just I wish there was more of. So I'm glad that this is a full-on song, and I think it's actually pretty decent. I like what it's doing, I like what it's going for. I feel like it's a bit dull in some parts, but that might be also because I'm tired, as I said earlier. So I'm not gonna hold it too much against the song. So in my opinion, this is a solid opening for the album, and I'm curious to see what the other ones are gonna be. I didn't really hear anything too impressive vocally or rapping wise, so I can't comment much on that, at least about this one, this song. But yeah, personally, I think I'm gonna give this one about an 8.2 out of 10 because it's a good start, but we'll see where this start is gonna lead us to. Wow, objectively, I think I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. I could go as far as a 9, but yeah, there just wasn't that much in it that really stood out. Like the instrumental is interesting and anthem-like, but the singing and the rapping really didn't stand out, and I just didn't really notice anything too special. So yeah, let's move on to the next song of this video, that being CRAVITY's Jumper, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, another song with a similar sound aesthetic.
It's your world. Just do what you wanna do. 우아가 뛰어날아올라 우리 점퍼. I feel so
Okay. That's an interesting instrumental. For a second in the beginning, I thought how I feel like Stray Kids as a group was kind of made to be reminiscent of BTS. Well, this group feels a little bit like it's trying to be reminiscent of Stray Kids. I don't mean that they're copying Stray Kids or anything like that. That's just how I kind of compared one to the other. But then they came out with this very weird instrumental which reminds me of some old K-pop song. I don't know which one it is. So that kind of caught me off guard. It still reminds me, but I cannot put it. I think it might be some old Big Bang song. It's just, I know it's an old K-pop song, I just don't know which one. And it's a pretty old one for sure. So far now from the B-sides, I'm mostly liking the instrumental only. Like so far, vocally or rapping wise, I haven't really been blown away or anything close to it. Like it's not bad, most of it, or all of it might as well, because I haven't really noticed anything too bad either. But the main part of the song seems to be the instrumental. Honestly, this song, I think it's just the song that it is that is causing me to feel like this. But it just feels a bit too put together, like not really thought through. It was just like, oh, this sounds catchy, let's put it in the song. And I'm basing this mainly on how it sounds, not the lyrics. Which I guess I should focus on the lyrics too. Because I'm watching lyric videos and I don't really look at the lyrics. I think I used to at first when I started, but with how much I tend to react constantly, I just can't really do that. I don't know. But yeah, I think the first song stood out more in a certain sense. Like there was more going for it that was really interesting. For this one, pretty much the only thing that I kind of find memorable is the instrumental by far. And that's mainly because it reminds me of something else, so I'm not too impressed with this one. It's not worse, or at least that much worse than the first song, so it's not gonna have a super low score or anything, but I feel like they could have done much better for it. And I'm not gonna hold it against them too much again, because it's like a debut album, so of course they might not be as good. Maybe I'm a bit spoiled because of the tons of really good groups that debuted that we've gotten in the last 2 years, but yeah, I'm not too impressed with this one. It's not bad, it fits the concept, but I feel like it could have been much better. So personally, I'm going to give this one a 7.7 out of 10, which is a bit of a lower score. Objectively, I think I'm going to give it an 8.1 out of 10, because it feels decently good, and I guess if you like this concept of theirs, I don't think you're gonna hate this song. It's not to the point where I would say I hate it either, but it could have been so much better. Like the singing and the rapping almost doesn't matter to the song. Like it's almost as if it's not even in the song, for me at least. So yeah, let's move on to the last song of this video, that being Blackout. Let's see whether I'm gonna like this one in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I feel like this one also fits with the concept, so far, at least in this regard, I definitely like the album. I like the fact that it's sticking to a concept for all the songs. Or a style, I don't know.
Honey, honey, 왜 그러니? Came with the hurry, hurry. 휩쓸려 멀리 다가오지만 nobody, body, nobody, body. 자 이제 말해 뭐해? Alright, 시작됐어, earthquake. 절망의 불에 계속해 내려가. 나의 의지 꺾이지 않는 것. 벌어진 틈 멈추면 끝. 따라와 내게 no limit. 올려봐 boost, 이성을 lost. Play the game, finish. I'm done.
Okay, this one also has a kind of an interesting instrumental. I don't think it's as unique or as interesting as the other two because a lot of it is a lot of the interesting parts are a bit drowned out by the rest of the sound, but there are some parts in which you can actually hear the cool part of the instrumental, like this sound right now. And at least in this one, the rapping definitely stands out from the song, like I was able to notice it, so there's that.
I'm done.
But yeah, again, even with this one, like I don't really feel like I really love it. I don't think it's bad by any means, but maybe they're gonna end up being like how I felt for The Boys for the longest time, where the songs are not bad, but they don't really click with me to the point of liking them. Okay, his voice here sounded really good. Okay, so at first I didn't think it was better, as you saw already, but actually I think this one, vocally at least and rapping wise, is the one that stood out the most out of the three so far, in the sense that it actually made me listen to those parts and actually kind of like them, I guess, because you saw the vocal parts which I kind of liked because they stood out and sounded really good. Some of the rapping was really interesting, and the voices of some of the rappers and the vocalists are kind of interesting, I guess. But yeah, I'm still not too impressed with it. But I don't know, I think out of the three so far, I think this one is the closest one to me liking it, although it still needs a little bit more. So personally, I'm gonna give this one an 8.4 out of 10. While objectively, I'm gonna give it an 8.6 out of 10 because yes, I like it more than Top of the Chain, but just by a very little. And yeah, it's because overall I feel like it excels at everything the most. Instrumental, while a bit drowned out by some less interesting sounds, is actually still decent enough, and it features enough of the song that I'm fine with it. The singing, I actually managed to notice it and like it actually. The rapping also somewhat impressed me. So yeah, overall I think it's the best song so far, but we still have 3 more songs to check out. So if you want to see that, check out the next video, which is gonna be part 2. But in the meantime, if you have any K-pop songs you want me to react to, make sure to comment them down below, and I'm gonna add them to my list. Though I don't promise when I'm gonna get to your specific request, because I have a huge list of K-pop songs I need to react to, and some groups that I'm checking out their all their music video releases. So it's probably gonna be a while until I get to your specific request, but I'll probably get to it eventually. So far, I don't think there has been a case in which I have skipped a request, but I just don't want to promise anything. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the list in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you do enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon or Subscribestar, where you can pledge support, help keep the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. And I just want to mention that all your support, monetary support that you give me through Patreon, Subscribestar, or any other way that you want to or can, we can figure it out together if you want to, will go towards helping out with my transition. Because if you're new to the channel or just haven't realized, I'm actually trans, but haven't been able to transition, haven't been able to afford to move out from my parents to be able to start transition, let alone the fact that I live in a Eastern European country, so it's not like it's the most LGBT friendly. So yeah, it's a lot of headaches I have to deal with. So if you could help me out with any amount of money, that would be really appreciated. If you can, that's completely fine. You can also still help me out by liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who I think might enjoy it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!
Come on and get your game